Blogging for Beginners tutorial, step by step. Blogger is one of the easiest platforms for beginners to start a blog. It's completely free, hosted by Google, and integrates seamlessly with other Google tools like Drive, Analytics, and AdSense. This makes it ideal if you want a simple, fast way to publish content without worrying about hosting or technical setup. Everything is beginner friendly, so you can follow along even if you've never blogged before. So first of all, go to blogger.com on your web browser and sign in with your Google account. Let's go up here, click on sign in, and here I have successfully signed in. I have signed in before. If you are signing in for the first time, you will be asked to give a name for your blog. So you want to put in a nice name that you will be using for your blog. I over here put in Tech Fusion, and this is where the name will be displayed. If you go down here, you can have more names as well. So if you click here, you can add in a new blog, and then you can decide a name for that. So if you click new blog, you're going to choose a name for your blog, and then you're going to give the title, click next, and then that will be saved. So this is where the name is going to be displayed. Also, you are supposed to decide your URL. So decide a nice and easy one so it will be easier to copy paste and easily recognizable for your viewers. So once you decide on a name and you choose a URL, your blog will be ready and it will be created, and your blog, as you can see here, it now exists and it is ready for content. But before we create any content, we are going to go ahead and look at the dashboard and the interface. So right up at the top over here, you have your name, like I just showed you, your different blogs, and you can create new blogs here. Then you have a new post. So if you click here, you can start creating a new post. And this is going to lead you over here where you have all these tools, and this is your page. You're going to write down your content. This is, I think, where you're going to be spending most of your time thinking, brainstorming, writing in text, bringing in your other files, pasting in your drafts here and working on those, editing, all kinds of stuff. And here you'll also be able to preview your blog, and then you can publish it here. So here you'll be writing your blog and publishing it right from here as well. So that is, and you're going to give it a title here. This is where the title will go. So that is where you will be taken if you go to new post, and you can create your new post. Now we did create new post and we went here, and now it's saved as a draft. So if you're working on a post and you exit it, it will be saved as a draft, and you can go and edit it, or you can just discard it at this point. So we're going to discard this one. And then here you have all of your posts, any posts that you have made so far, posts that you have published, any drafts that you have there, which are pending. So those are all going to be here, and you can manage those and organize them however you like. Then if you go down, you have stats, and here you can see the number of your followers, the number of your posts, and your comments. Down here you have your latest posts and all kinds of posts and your pages, and you can track your posts. You can go over the interactions, how well the blogs or the blog posts are performing, which ones are getting more views or interactions, which blogs are getting attention, which ones are not performing well, and so you can get sort of insight on that. So after stats, you have your comments, which is pretty neat that all comments will be in one place, and here you'll have some sort of divisions. So you'll have awaiting moderation, published, spam, and all here. So this is where the comments are going to be, and you can view and interact and manage those as well. After that, you have earnings, where you can create a AdSense account, and you can start earning from ads by creating an AdSense account. So if you are looking forward to making money or running ads, then you can come over here and look into those options and create your AdSense account right from here. Then after earnings, you have pages. So if you have any pages, those can be linked over here. You can link those to your blogs, and you can have sort of a connection and put in the pages here. After pages, you have layout. So this layout over here is going to be for your blog post. So you can add or remove any of these gadgets. These are going to decide what is going to be displayed and where. So for example, if you have a sidebar and it says top, so this is the sidebar top, and here you can add in a gadget. So you have some options of these gadgets that you can place there, and we'll view those in detail. So you can add any gadget and you can decide how your blog post is going to appear, what's going to be in the footer, what you're going to have on the header, and what's going to be in the sidebar. So any labels or any gadgets you want to put in there, whatever. So you can change their positioning or change the text, anything at all. So you're going to have total control over what your blog looks like in terms of appearance and what information it displays too. Then after that, you have theme. From here, you can select any theme that you want for your blogs, and there is a large variety to choose from. So you can choose from any of these. This is very convenient, very helpful, and very nice. So you have themes over here that you can choose from and so many options. Then you have settings. So here in settings, you can configure your domain, your privacy, and your search preferences. So if you go to basic here, you have a display of your title, what your title is, and then we have not put in a description, so there's nothing there. And you have the blog language, which is English. You can show a warning to blog readers if you like about what kind of content it is. Then you have Google Analytics measurement ID and the favicon, so if you want to go into that. And then you have a privacy. So within privacy, you have visible to search engines. Now you want to allow search engines to find your blog. Of course you do, but in case if you're setting it up and you're not ready just yet, then you can turn it off for a while. Now after that, you have publishing. So you have your blog address down here, and then you have your custom domain. Now if you want to put in a domain and attach that, then you click here and then you can add in your domain. You have your HTTPS redirect. If you want to turn that on, then this is where it's going to be. You can turn it off if you want. You have permissions where you have blog admins and authors, who that is, and then you have pending author invites. No, we do not know pending invites. And then you can invite more authors if you want. You have reader access, what your reader access is. It is public, and then if it were custom, if it weren't public, then you would go into more detail. You also have details on post. So the maximum posts shown on the main page will be 7 posts, and then you can change the archive frequency here. You have a post template. You can add a template for your post, so you don't have to just go in blank every time. You can use a template to give you sort of a start. You have the image lightbox, so the images are how those are going to be displayed or showcased, and then you have loading, how the images you want them to load, if you want them to load individually with scrolling or not. Then you have the comments, so what the comment location is going to be and who can comment, and if you need any comment moderation. And here is the comment form, which is message. Down here, you have emails, so you can post using email too, but that has been disabled for now. You have a post notification subscribers, and you can invite people. And so this is all email related, where you can invite people to your comments. Then you have a formatting related to your time zone and timestamps and comment timestamps format. If you go down, you have meta tags, and you can enable a search description if you would like to do that, and then you're going to enter in what kind of description. Errors and redirects, crawlers and indexing. And then down here you have monetization. Below that is manage blog. Here you can import content and you can even back up your content. There is room for videos from your blog and media from your blog, and you can remove your blog as well. So if you want to remove your blog entirely, then you come here and remove that. And this is very convenient where they have the backing up content option and also the importing content. You can just import in content and then use it on the go and back it up. And then it also supports videos and media from the blog too. So this is very, very convenient and helpful and a very safe option. Then you have a site feed and some general editing where you have a blogger draft if you want to use that. And then you have your profile if you need to edit your profile, or if you want to view your profile, you view here. So you just go to settings, go down to edit profile or view profile, and you can do that. So that was for settings. The last option we have here is our reading list, where currently we are viewing all blogs. You can categorize this and you can see all blogs available for you to read, and this is your reading list. and it has a lot of variety and different styles to choose from. So this is your reading list. Going down on the dashboard, that is all we have. Down here is a very important part where it says view blog. So we don't have a blog yet, but this is a preview. So this is where you can preview your blog. If you click here, you will be redirected and you can view your blog, what it looks like. So this is basically a preview. We haven't put anything in yet. And this is the layout actually that we looked at. And this is what the layout is like. We'll go into detail on how you can change that, but this is how the layout has been set up for now. And this is how it looks without any content. Like there's no text, nothing is here and absolutely empty. This is what it looks like, but you get sort of a view of what the background is going to be and where the things are going to be displayed. So once you have entered in details for your blog and you've written it, and you can come here, you can just come down here and then you can view your blog in a separate tab. So spend a minute exploring everywhere so you know where everything is. And then we have done that together. So we're going to go ahead and go towards creating our first post. If we come up here to post, we don't have any post in here and we want to create a new post. So click on new post. Here I am going to put in the title of my post. Now, for example, if this is completely a different style that I'm doing, I could go back and I could change the name of the blog here as well. So maybe if it's not related to this, click on new blog. I'm going to put in the new title and I've named it Next Wave Insights. So the theme is kind of going to be familiar to Tech Fusion that I put in before, but I wanted to show you a different title. So we're going to put in a different title here and then we're going to click on next. And then we have to choose a URL for the blog. And so I have put in a URL for the blog as well. It says Next Wave Insights blog. And then you're also going to have to wait and see if this blog address is available or not. So this one is available and we're going to go with this. So click on save and that blog has been created. So if you look up here, we can see the new title. Now we're going to click on new post. Here we are. Now that I am here, I definitely have some idea of what kind of a blog I want to write. So I probably have a maybe rough draft or some kind of outline I've created, and then I could paste that in here and start editing it and come up with the complete blog. So up top, first of all, you're going to write in the title. I'm just going to paste it for now, and the title is going to be Boost Your Daily Productivity with AI Tools That Actually Work. And then down here, the blog post is going to be about that and related. So I'm just going to paste in the blog. So for now, I'll just be pasting one in and this is what it looks like. So the blog post that I have in here, it has a introduction. Then we have headings for different topics. Now it says AI task managers, then you have AI note-taking apps and all these. So we have headings over here, which are in bold. Then we also have some highlighted bold text inside the blog. You have tip, which is highlighted here. It's in bold. And then you have final thoughts and there is so you're going to scroll through the text, go over it, read it. You can use AI to help you out, so you can automatically insert Google search links into your post with this option over here. And then we'll very carefully go over your blog, proofread, and do all of that necessary stuff, check the punctuations and everything. So once you have done that and you are happy with your post, then you are going to publish it. Now, before publishing, I just want to show you this toolbar over here. It's a very extensive kind of toolbar. You have your different view as well. So you have HTML view and you have compose view as well. You can undo and redo. You have the font types, so you can change the font. You have these options here, and you have the default font too. And you can add in more fonts by clicking here. And then you have all of these font options that you can add. So you're going to select and tick off the ones that you want to include here. And then you're going to click on done. So those will be saved here. This is just to not overcrowd the space. Then you have the font size. You can change that. Of course, decide to keep it to the normal font size. Just a normal regular size would be good. But if, maybe the headings or something you want to change, then you can change that that around. You have paragraph, so you have this in paragraphs, you have major heading, and you have this kind of style. So we have paragraph for now, and then you have bold, any text you want to make bold, italics, underline, and strike through as well. You have the text color, and you have background color too. So the text background color, let's just try this out. So let's try a highlight the text and then check out the background color, and this is what it's going to look like. So of course we're not going to keep that. So just select it, undo, and then you have links. You can insert any links or edit the links. You can insert any images if you like, any videos, and any special characters too. You can add in any Google experiences to your post as well. So here you're going to search for anything here, and you can also paste in a Google search page or a URL, and then you can insert that in. So we're going to cancel that for now. Then you have here the alignment that you can use, and you have the indentation, which you can increase or decrease, and you have bullet points. So I wanted to talk about the bullet points. I don't have any bullet points in this blog right now, but you have the bulleted list option, and then you can add in bullet points, and you can have a numbered list as well. And then you have the quote text, and this is the jump break, so you can insert that in, which we have over here. So this is very important because this is a blog post, and sometimes you need to insert the jump break, and it's not very easy to get one. So that is here. This is really convenient, and it's just you can tell that it has blog writing has really been taken into consideration when they've added something like this here. And then you have more options which you can go through. And then if you move towards the left, you have the post settings. Now, it was like this before when we were here, so I've just put this up so that we can go through these easily. So these are the post settings. You have labels, published on, so when it's published, and then you have the permalink, you have the location, and you have some more options. So we're going to open up labels here, and then if you want to separate, you're going to enter in any labels that you want to include, and then you're going to separate them using a comma. Then if you go down, you have a published on, and then you can set the date and time, or you can choose the automatic option. And you also have a small calendar preview for this where you can see the date too. So going down, you have a permalink. Here, what you can do, you can decide on an automatic one, or you can create a custom one too. So basically, this is going to be the link, which is going to be a permanent link to this blog post specifically. So this blog post with this title and this content only is going to have its separate link, which is going to be a permanent link, and search engines and your audience can use this link to access this specific blog post instead of the URL that we added before. That was just for the home section, but not specifically for a specific blog. So this is going to be for that. You can decide to have a custom link for that, or you can just decide on an automatic one. So this is very important too. If you go down, you have location, and you can input any locations that you want to add in and include with your blog post. And in the end, you have a few more options which are related to reader comments. So if you want to allow those, or do not allow show existing, or do not allow hide existing. So you can choose any of these options. We're just going to go with allow for now. And then simply go up here and preview your post. You have some more options here. You can either preview the post or you can save it. So of course, definitely save your post too. So click save. Now we're going to go and preview it. And this is the preview. So this is what it's going to look like. This is the title, then you have the date down here, and then here you have the whole blog post. And then after the final thoughts section, you have ads section here where the ads can go, and you have the comment section here and a button with that. So this is what it's going to look like. Down here you have the copyrights, and you have a background image here. This is the title of your blog, and on the left you have some information about the writer, and you can visit their profile too. You have archives and labels and and some options here. So this is what it's going to look like. If you're happy with it, fine. If you want to change this, then you can do that as well. So I am going to quickly show you how you can change the appearance as well. In preview, you do have desktop preview and tablet, smartphone, and then you can also rotate the screen and then preview it with that as well. You also have full screen, so you can view all different screens. Yes, this is important. Go over your blog in all previews. So this is what it looks like in desktop, because people are going to be accessing your blog from all kinds of screens, and you want to make sure it looks good, it looks the best on all sorts of views, and you don't miss out on access just because of preview. Nobody really wants to get a bad view of or a bad setting or bad preview for any of these different screens. So now when you preview, you are going to be in a different tab, in a separate tab. Here we have a different tab opened up. Now we're going to go back to our blog tab. So here we are back here. Now what we want to do is, this is fine. Our text is fine. Our title is fine. Everything is good. We want to go back and we want to change the appearance. Right now you can see your blog post here, which is under process, and you can see that it is in the form of a draft and displayed here. So you're going to go down to layout and you're going to make any changes to the layout here if you want to do that. Now I am happy with this, but if you do want to make any changes, now is the time to make those. For example, in the header, you can go here and you can decide how you want, what you want changed. So you can change the image placement behind, title and description, shrink to fit, or decide a different image and give them a URL for the image that you select. So you can decide any changes for that here. Now a section which I did see was on this sidebar bottom, to be exact. And then it says blog archive and labels and report abuse. So these were the 4 gadgets that were available there, and I don't want to include all of these. So for example, I can click edit and then I could show this widget, or I could turn this off and then save, and then labels and blog archive. So for example, I don't want to include this either. So I could remove this widget altogether, or I could give it a title. So this is a good option as well. So let's give it a drop down menu and save that. So that widget has been updated and the labels are going to stay the way they are. So I'm going to show you the preview so you can see how that change has been made. So here we are, and this is the bottom side, and this is the sidebar bottom here. And if you look at it, the report abuse section is gone, it is removed, and then you have a drop down in these. So this is what it looks like. This is how the preview is going to change as you make changes in the layout. Now we're going to quickly go to theme, and we're going to change up the theme a little bit. So go here and let's select this one. I like this one, and you can customize it, make any changes to it, and preview it as well. So go through the theme in detail as well. Once you're happy with it, click apply. So now that it has been applied, we're going to go down here and click on view blog. This is the preview like I told you before. And now this is what our post looks like. We have the titles, and this is the background, and the colors have changed. So it looks pretty nice now. We'll view this in desktop and then tablet and mobile, full screen and rotated. So this is what it looks like. Once you are happy with the preview, go back and publish your post. Here we are back and we are happy with this. We're going to click on publish now. It's going to confirm. And now, before this was a draft here, now it says published and our post has been published. So if you click here, you can go to your post. If you want, you can click here and revert to draft, or you can apply any labels to this post. You can move this post to trash. You can view it and even share it from here. So we're going to view the post. This is what it looks like, and you can even you could have customized this as well, but we didn't customize the theme because we were happy with it. So this is how you can post your first blog post. Your Blogger account is now ready. The blog is live with a first post. Now you can publish, organize, and promote your posts. From here, you can expand your blog with new posts, pages, and monetization strategies. Therefore, if you want to blog, just come over here to Blogger, and even if you're an absolute beginner, you can use Blogger to start your blogging journey.